What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to Collectors Gone Digital, and welcome to our 200th episode. My name is Josh, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about some advantages to a possible relationship between Epic Games Fortnite and VeVe, as well as some reasons why it wouldn't really make too much sense. Now, before I do that, holy cow, 200 episodes, time flies, but a big thank you to each and every one of you guys who have supported the channel. Seriously, I can't thank you guys enough. To mark today's occasion, I am going to be going live after the episode drops at 9 p.m. EST with emoji over on Fortnite. Everyone is welcome to join the party. I'm going to be streaming it on X and YouTube, so whatever you prefer. So if you guys have any questions with regards to today's episode or just anything in general about VeVe, make sure to stop by and don't miss out. As for today's episode, let's get into it. Grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, so the reason why I wanted to cover this topic is because we just had some more news come out from the D23 event about the Epic Games and Disney collaboration. And because of that, I'm starting to see more posts now on social media about whether or not VeVe could potentially be involved. Now, when this Disney and Epic Games world got announced, there was a lot of speculation around the partner statue that was seen in the promo trailer. If you guys do want to know my thoughts and opinions on all of that, I did share it in my original video about the announcement, which I'll link down below. But at this point, I'm not putting anything past VeVe, considering the IP they have under their umbrella. So I want to talk about both sides here. We're talking about 4 reasons why this may happen, and we're talking about 4 reasons why it won't. So let's start off with the reasons why it may. So if you put yourself in the shoes of Epic Games or Fortnite, if the platform were ever to consider NFTs, they will likely bring somebody in who already has the expertise as opposed to learning everything from scratch. Now, if you look at the entire NFT space, what project has consistently stayed on top? VeVe. VeVe has established themselves as the leader in the digital collecting space, especially with licensed NFTs from major brands like Disney. So in this case, Fortnite could leverage VeVe's expertise. VeVe could also assist with the actual infrastructure, setting up how the actual NFTs get delivered to wallets and things like that. So this, in my books, would be the first reason for a potential collaboration. Now let's move on to the second one. And that is expansion. So Disney's collaboration with VeVe has already attracted a dedicated fan base of collectors. 2 examples, 𝗕𝗵𝗵 and 𝗖𝗵𝗵. Shout out to you guys. By bringing these fan bases into Fortnite, Epic Games could tap into new demographics. People who are not only interested in gaming, but also digital collectibles, aka people like me. The interesting thing about gaming here is when I started my VeVe journey, I said, oh, I was never really a collector, right? Growing up. Collected the coins here, collected the pins when I went to the Disney parks, but I mean, going to the Disney parks, I live in Canada, so it's a luxury. I couldn't do that all the time. What I've realized throughout this journey is that I have always been a collector. And when it comes to video games, I would always collect all the skins, the achievements, like everything you could unlock in the game, I was going for. That is a form of collecting. And I can't tell you how many videos there are online of people showcasing their Fortnite lockers, being like, oh my God, look at my collection. So I know for a fact that there are already people inside Fortnite that fall right into this demographic of people who are interested in gaming, but also passionate about collecting. This could lead to increased player engagement and potentially convert NFT collectors into Fortnite players. Now, with Disney's iconic characters and VeVe's expertise, and remember, when I say expertise, guys, VeVe is at the forefront of this entire space. So when it comes to the people or the companies who have the most knowledge about this, VeVe is going to be one of the best options. But what I was getting at is that this collaboration could offer something truly unique in the gaming space. So imagine all the cosmetics inside Fortnite being NFTs that you actually own or that you can trade, because you cannot do that in the game right now. And that is something I do want to talk about. But this would enhance the overall experience because now you're given the opportunity to build a collection that you actually own on a platform that you already love. Now, the last reason I have here for a potential collaboration is brand loyalty. If Fortnite gives their players the opportunity to own the IP they love, Fortnite would simply deepen their connection with their audience. Players would also be more likely to stay invested in the game longer. It could also lead to cross promotions, where VeVe's marketplace and Fortnite's in-game store could work in synergy. VeVe's already done the promo codes with other platforms, multiverse clothing being a recent example. This would allow for more exclusive deals or limited time events. Now let's get into some reasons why I don't think this collaboration will likely happen. I'm not trying to burst your bubble. I said I'll be the first one with my hands in the air saying I'm wrong if this collaboration ends up panning out. But the first reason why I don't really think this makes sense, guys, is because Fortnite can just develop all this in-house. They have the team size, they have the people with the skills, they have the money, they have the established audience. They also have a very strong history of innovation. For those that don't know, Fortnite is the game responsible for the Battle Royale model, which is where you drop in and then last player wins. They're also responsible for the microtransaction model, which has been adopted by pretty much all the major gaming studios today. You hop into Call of Duty, you hop into Destiny, you hop into Halo, and you're going to have some sort of battle pass associated with leveling up. Because Epic Games figured out that people are willing to keep spending smaller amounts over the lifetime of them playing a game, which ends up being more than what the game studios were originally charging for the total game, the $80, $90 retail price. They drop Fortnite for free, and then the average player spends way more than the $80 or $90 over the lifetime of them playing that game, 3, 5, 7 years. So Epic Games has the capabilities to develop their own NFTs and tailor them specifically to their needs. If they were to do this, they'd retain full control over the tech, branding, and user experience. They'd also avoid the need to share profits or dilute their business. Next up, another reason is because they want to keep a closed ecosystem, and Fortnite is very well known for doing this. So by introducing a third-party NFT platform like VeVe, Epic would be opening their ecosystem. Now, there are a lot of blockchain/NFT games in the Epic Games Store now, from the likes of 𝗖𝗵𝗵 to 𝗬𝗏 dropping soon, to a bunch of others. I have like 6 or 7 games downloaded. So with respect to their store, Epic is, or it does seem like, they're quite open to the NFT blockchain games. Now, as mentioned in the previous slide, developing an in-house solution would allow them to maintain their walled garden. It would also make for a more seamless experience because we've all witnessed things breaking on the app, right? Somewhere back when VeVe had to upgrade their servers. Things got really bad then. So if VeVe were to integrate their systems with Fortnite's, lots of things can break. Systems that were aligned before might not be afterwards. And Fortnite is also a game that's known to crash. So they haven't even mastered their own systems. Next up, I have intellectual property concerns. So from Fortnite's perspective here, collaborating with a third party like VeVe would mean negotiating more complex licensing agreements, and especially with IP that's highly valuable. So in this case, Epic Games might just prefer to avoid these potential legal or financial headaches by just developing their own NFTs. It would allow them to license IP directly from the brands and on their own terms, not going back and forth with VeVe to get the check marks on, what's okay and what's not. And just to be clear, guys, this is all just speculation, right? I just saw the topic being brought up again, so I thought I'd just share my thoughts. Next up, I have independence. I would think, and just given the history of the brand, I'm talking about Epic Games Fortnite here, that the company would want to keep their strategic options open. In this case, they'd remain free to collaborate with multiple brands without being tied to VeVe's existing agreements or business model. They'd then still be able to pivot and adapt to changes in the market, or at least it would be easier and quicker. Now, there are certain things that Fortnite has never really allowed you to do, and one of those things is trading your skins. Now, there's several different reasons why they do this. One of the reasons is because it protects their revenue. A large part of the revenue is from in-game purchases, but it's also a way to protect the rarity and demand. So they say that by not allowing trading, they ensure that certain skins remain rare and desirable. Yet in this case, a lot of that gets fixed with NFTs. So what they're essentially saying here is that if you could trade skins, they would have players buying skins for other players, and then those skins would be less rare. Now, they don't want to cap the number of times they offer some of these skins in the store because that limits their revenue. So if you were to turn the skin into an NFT, Fortnite could still benefit from the recurring revenue of that skin being traded in the secondary market. Another reason they don't allow trading is because they want control over the economy. So If skins were to be traded back and forth, that could create third-party platforms where people are buying and selling skins outside of Epic Games' control, a black market, if you will. There's also concerns around exploitation, opportunities for scams, accounts getting compromised, and then gambling and regulations are a very big one. So apparently in some regions, the trading of in-game items can actually lead to regulatory scrutiny, especially for items that are seen as having a real-world value. So allowing trading could blur the lines between in-game purchases and real money transactions, which brings us to another negative, because NFT transactions are real money or real-world transactions. So according to Epic Games, this is a red flag of theirs. But long story short, is VeVe involved with this Epic Games and Disney collaboration, this whole virtual world they're building? I don't know. No one knows. We won't know for probably some time. Would I like to see VeVe involved? Abso-freaking-lutely. That could open so many doors for the business. I just see more advantages for VeVe to collaborate with Epic Games than for Epic Games to want to collaborate with VeVe. If Fortnite is considering going the NFT route, I certainly wouldn't be surprised if they've looked into VeVe doing some research. I also understand that a relationship between Cavernous and Epic Games kind of makes this speculation a little bit more interesting. I would like to see more until we see something more definitive than, you know, the partner statue, because that's just Disney's most popular statue. It makes sense for them to promote it in their world. Only then may I be more convinced, but until then, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just going to continue playing the game. Ladies and gents, that is going to conclude our 200th episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. We talked about 4 reasons for a potential collaboration and 4 reasons why it may not happen. But quick reminder, we are going to be doing a live stream after this episode at 9 p.m. EST. It will start, and that will be on X and YouTube. Emoji and I are going to be sitting in a space over on X, so for anyone who wants to come by and chat, feel free to stop by there. And then we are going to be pinning our live streams to the top of that space so that everyone can kind of see our screens. But if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see in a future episode. And as for our next, I will catch you then.